The stigma of having lived as a refugee is something people will struggle to understand, and that's understandable. You see, people have asked me, have you been back home? The irony is, if I could be anywhere in the world, I should be home. The trouble is, home doesn't even know I exist. I used to think this was temporary, but now it's fast approaching permanent, and I've never taken it for granted, but the predicament, the diligent task of trying to fit in, learning a new language, one of the perks is you lose yours. I got so good speaking English, I lost my mother's native tongue. Will I ever be forgiven? Will I be able to learn it back? How am I supposed to do that when I've never been home and I highly doubt I ever will? And by the looks of things, I highly doubt they ever want us back. But it's all good. I reminisce about the home that I will never have. Said it's all good when it ain't. I can't keep lying to myself. How is it good when I've never met grandma? Never got to trace her wrinkles, never got to walk within her shadow or be showered by the kisses grandchildren get. I've missed out on so much hearing what home is about. A part of me cries, a part of me dies. It ain't all good. I reminisce about the home that I will never have. When asked, have you been back home? In my heart I cry, but my face never shows it because I smilingly answer, if I could be anywhere in the world, I should be home. The trouble is, home doesn't even know I exist. So I remain a stranger, knocking at somebody else's door. See, the problem with being a refugee is that everybody peeks, but the doors always stay shut. So what do we say on behalf of those who seek refuge, but instead find the very land of freedom refuses them the very same lust? But you see, my story ain't what it used to be anymore. It's almost like I've lived two lives in one lifetime. We went from poverty to abundance. We went from waking up to the sounds of guns to the sound of morning alarm clocks. And even with that, people still press the snooze button. It's not all bad. In the midst of it all, you find things that help you reconnect. You see, I grew up in a household of 8 children. My goodness, the morning traffic. The best thing about it is whenever something broke at home, I was innocent till proven guilty. There are 7 more suspects. But I'm the middle child, so guess who's always proven guilty by the jury of his peers? Yours truly. If we ever held parental meetings, mom would justify dad's absence. Children have a habit of learning to forgive. We did. In 1999, my mother made a decision. In 2000, she executed. At 3 a.m. one morning, we found ourselves packing suitcases that did not contain much, and we were jammed into a van. I wanted to stuff my childhood belongings and all of my friends into mine. Impossible. I know. I tried. Some things, regardless of how far back we stretch our arms to reach, will always get left behind. I learned, children learn to let go. We found ourselves in Cairo, a pretty decent temporary place considering we were refugees. Cairo was hot. Cairo was so hot, I got a permanent tan. Nothing could have prepared us for the odds. Sometimes it isn't the challenges faced, it's whether you choose to follow through. Those with parachutes hesitate to fly, and those without take a leap of faith. My mother, she leaped. And she always talks about if you're not aiming for the stars, don't bother looking up. By the time we looked up, it was too late. On March 30th, 2004, we found ourselves in Australia. And my brother and I walked into Hungry Jack's for the first time, and they had free refills. It was a long day. Life as we knew it was never the same since. 8 siblings and a single mother. We are not the hero of this story, far from it. At the Australian Embassy in Cairo, where my mom sought asylum on our behalf, an Australian valued my mother's efforts. It's the only reason I'm granted this platform and a home where my siblings and I could break things and we would never have to break up for survival. At the landing of a pen stroke, someone sealed my family's fate. It's the only reason I get up in the morning and say, thank you, Australia. You used to be kind. And I'm sure you still can to those who need it most. Because those refugees represent our image. And by now, we should be the greatest country in the world. I don't mind if you disagree. Thank you.